Her Excellency, Mama Africa, Joyce Banda, former President of the Republic of Malawi. Her Excellency, Catherine Samba Panza, former President of the Central African Republic. Excellency, Phumzile Mlambo, former Deputy President of South Africa and a UN Women frontline leader, we celebrate you and welcome you. Ambassador Rebecca Otengo, Ambassador of Uganda to Ethiopia, the AU and UNICA, and Chairperson of the AU Peace and Security for the month of May 2023. You are welcome. High Representative for Silencing the Guns, Mohammed Ibn Chambers of the Africa Union, Your Excellency, you are welcome. Ambassador Jainaba Jan, Ambassador of the Gambia to Ethiopia, the AU and UNECA, co-chair of the AU Group on Children Affected by Armed Conflict, you are welcome. Honorable Justice Efie Owur, member of the AU panel of the WISE and co-chair of FemWise Africa, you are welcome. Ms. Khalud Baguri, Ambassador for Youth for Peace for North Africa region, we welcome you. Please, let's put our hands together and celebrate all of the distinguished presence here. I'd like to use this opportunity to recognize all of the ambassadorial representations, diplomatic envoys, and all of the distinctive stakeholders of the African, international, global representations, the diaspora around the world here present for this historic commissioning of the African First Lady's Peace Mission. We would like to properly acknowledge as well Professor Shakat Ali Abdul-Razak, Director, Africa Section, International Atomic Energy Commission. You are welcome, sir. We would also like to recognize here today the representative of the Director General of the NIA, His Excellency Ambassador A.O. Ibe. His Excellency Ali bin Ghaneri Al-Hajri, Ambassador of State of Qatar to Nigeria. You are welcome. At this point, the honorable ministers here present, we would like to very properly give our due acknowledgements. We have the honorable minister, host minister, the landlord of the Secretariat and Headquarters, the Honorable Minister of the FCT. Please help me appreciate Alhaji Mohammed Bello. We'd like also to appreciate with us the representative of the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs in the person of Ambassador Ngozi Okeje. And Hajia Zainab Ahmad Shamsunat, our Honorable Minister of Finance. I must prevail on us today that because we're going to stand on all existing protocols, I'm trying to establish the fact that we have extended this to the greatest extreme extent of due recognitions for everyone in this room. I am constrained, however, and directed to break this to part 2. And before I do that, I must, however, make sure I properly acknowledge here with us also the wives of executive governors present, led by Her Excellency Maria Tambuwal, and I shall do the recognitions of Lagos, Edo, Yobe, and all of Kogi, and all of the representations here present, eventually, all of our women leaders. I will continue with the protocols, but please, for the purpose of extending this, I would like to respectfully ask that we stand on all existing protocols to be continued by me once I'm able to come up to the microphone again. At this point, I would now like to invite to please come up for her opening remarks, Ms. Aisha Rimi, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Legal Matters.
Good morning, Your Excellencies here present. And as you know, well, if you don't know, Daya was my senior in secondary school, so she's given me instructions and I will stick to them. So it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all here today to the commissioning ceremony of the Permanent Secretariat of the African First Ladies Peace Mission. As we gather here, we celebrate a significant milestone in the history of our organization. This state-of-the-art building, which you have all seen today, will serve as a physical representation of our commitment to peace building and security and its positive impact on our society. The Peace Mission, as some of you may be aware, was created in 1996 at the famous Women's Conference in Beijing by the then First Ladies of Nigeria, Gambia, Benin Republic, Uganda, Lesotho, and Burundi. Its mission was to create an organization where African First Ladies, as mothers and leaders in their respective countries, would provide a forum to support their husbands in the promotion of peace, security, and the preservation of our societies. It is common knowledge that majority of the victims of conflict are sadly women and children, who often end up widowed, orphaned, and generally displaced. Subsequently, it was unanimously agreed at the Congo Summit in 2008 that Abuja, Nigeria, would be the host country for the Permanent Secretariat in order for it to have a sustainable organization and resource center. And by the grace of God, we are standing here today in a most befitting ultra-modern building that has been built in just over 1 year under the visionary, thank you. Under the visionary leadership of its current president, Her Excellency Mrs. Aisha Buhari, the First Lady of Nigeria. Over the last year and a half, the mission under the tenure of Mrs. Buhari has worked tirelessly to establish itself to properly pursue its main goal of promoting peace and stability across our region and beyond, and also tackling the challenges of insecurity, humanitarian issues, and conflict. As we commission the Secretariat today, we are confident that the building will not only provide the Peace Mission with modern office space, but it will also serve as a hub for collaboration, learning, dissemination of information, and innovation. We have lined up several speakers this morning, and yes, we are gender sensitive, as you can see, who will share with you their thoughts on women, peace, and security, the effects of conflict on our dear continent, and especially as this pertains to women and children. They will share ideas on how we can manage fragile situations and successfully promote peace and security across Africa. I would therefore not like to preempt our esteemed speakers, but want to thank all of you here present for making the time to join us as we witness what is truly an awe-inspiring and history-making event. Once again, I welcome you all and thank you.
Like she said, it's awe-inspiring. It's not just about the timeline, it's about the timing of the vision. There's not Deputy Woman Leader, okay, of the APC, the Diaspora Commission, Chief Executive Abike Dabiri, and SSA to Mr. President on SDGs, Princess Adefunke Adefulere. We welcome all of these distinctive personalities, and we continue with the program now, right now. When Her Excellency stepped onto this stage, the curtain call was clearly one that placed her not just in the spotlight, but in a place of applause, not just for her person, but for the intentional will that has delivered for Africa and the First Ladies of Africa a commissioned dream. Today, as she shall be giving her speech. What we will hear is her heart, but more profoundly, we will hear her legacy. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Africa, welcome Mama Africa of the African First Ladies Peace Mission, whose joy today really knows no bounds. Her Excellency, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, the future assured, is here.
Very good morning to Her Excellency, the wife of the Vice President of Nigeria, Honorable Minister of FCT, who is our host, the Finance Minister, the First Lady of Burundi, Gambia, Niger, and Sao Tome, the Vice President of Liberia, the former First Lady of Nigeria, former President of Liberia, former President of Malawi, former President of Central Africa, former Vice President of South Africa, members of the diplomatic corps, Ambassador Bankole and his wonderful team, Madam Benita Diop, and AU envoy, Mohammed Ibn Chambers of Silencing the Gun, governors' wives here present, wives of the service chiefs, Professor Shakut of IAEA, Professor Yusuf of Nigerian Atomic Energy Agency, DG of NCWD, the representatives of other First Ladies of, the representatives of First Ladies of Liberia, Congo DRC, Congo Brazzaville, Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea, the representatives of the service chiefs, ambassadors here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome my sisters, distinguished excellencies, and invited guests to Abuja, Nigeria. I particularly appreciate your presence to witness the formal commissioning of our permanent secretariat, which represents a remarkable milestone in the vision for our organization. I recall with a deep sense of gratitude how many of you in this auditorium have given me and the organization a helping hand in laying the foundation stone for this edifice. Exactly more than a year ago, in November 2021. Today's occasion is another testimony of our resolve